Jessica and I are related by birth, and I am the father of the bride, and I have been chosen to make the father of the bride speech. So when I got this invitation, it was a little strange because I've never been a father of the bride before. And so I thought, what am I supposed to say? I mean, I don't have any experience with this, but I think, you know what? I want to go to a reputable source. And so I Googled it, what to say in a father of the bride speech. And I found Brides Magazine. And they had like a list of, topics, like I think it was 9 or 10, I can't remember, but exactly. But I thought, well, I'll just use those topics and then make them relatable to Jess and John. So hang on a second, my phone just blacked out. But anyway. And so what I have here, and I'm going to share with you those topics as we go along, so you'll be on the inside of what my mind is thinking. All right? Thanks, courtesy of Brides Magazine, though. Okay. So here it is, the official Father of the Bride speech outline. Here we go. Number 1, welcome guests. So I want to welcome all family and friends to the celebration of Jessica and John's wedding. It's a beautiful day. And I tell you what, weddings are special. I love weddings, and one of the memorable things about wedding is that it includes people from so many different parts of the bride's and groom's life, We are thrilled to see all of you here today. Thank you for being here. Next, number 2, give thanks. I want to thank everyone for being here today for Jessica and John. Many of you have come all the way from LA, San Francisco, San Diego, and other places in California. Family members here are here from New England, the East Coast, and Midwest. We're also happy to have John's mother today joining us via streaming earlier today, and other family members, and his sister and niece are here too. So it's just great to have it, and we're really happy about that. Then, my favorite, pepper in some fond memories. So I'm going to pepper now. As you're probably aware, I've known Jessica her entire life. So an occasion like this makes me think back to her early childhood. She was an extremely high-energy preschooler and a great communicator, like a nonstop communicator. She even created her own language. Tomorrow was tomorrow. Butterscotch was buttercotch. To this day, Catherine and I still call it buttercotch, but her beloved Elmo doll was Elmo Pup. One day, I was wearing a nice suit for some event. I can't remember what it was. It was a special occasion. I was dressed up, and Jessica comes in and says, "Daddy, you look like a mailbox." I'm thinking, well, I could lose a couple of pounds, but I don't know. But anyway, then I realized she must have been saying, I look like $1 million, At least that's why I'm living with, all right? Then there was a time I picked up 4-year-old Jessica from preschool, and on the ride home, listening to the radio, she started singing along with the lyrics of that late 90s pop hit, I Like Sex and Candy. But my favorite memory is when Jessica and I were riding in a bumper boat at an amusement park. Mind you, this was a round, pool-sized body of water and about 2 feet deep. Like bumper cars, but on the water. Anyway, but Jessica, though, apparently felt like we were on the high seas because suddenly our bumper boat stopped running. The engine just clicked off, and there we were. We were adrift for a few moments. And Jessica must have thought we were going down because she turned to me and solemnly said, I love you, Daddy. Number 4, share your pride. Today, I could not be more proud of Jessica. She's still high energy and a communicator, but now she's also a true woman of action with a very bright future. After 3 years of college, Jessica said she wanted to take a semester off. That semester turned into about an 8-year hiatus, living in San Francisco. But it turned out to be a good time for Jessica because she was living her best life and on her own terms. She primarily supported herself quite well as a server in a popular restaurant, but that schedule allowed her to pursue her passions. She spent some time as a singer in a local rock band and a photographer for some of her other favorite bands. She also traveled abroad to Japan and Thailand. Catherine and I were very envious, quite frankly, because we'd never been to either country. But then a few years ago, a man came into her restaurant, and he appeared to be in distress. Jessica talked to the man, worked to comfort him, and contacted EMTs for medical assistance. As the EMTs were leaving to take the man to the care facility, one of them was impressed by Jessica's supportive nature and said something like, "You're good at this, maybe you should help people for a living." What followed was like a revelation because Jessica soon decided a career of helping people in need. So, number 5, talk about the present. Fast forward a couple of years ago, during the holiday season, Jessica informed us she's going back to college to complete her degree. Wow, this was a great revelation. While pursuing her degree, she also started working for organizations dedicated to helping people, from special needs children to adults in need of housing. Last December, Jessica graduated with her degree in psychology. Next up, in early June, she is starting a new position as a substance counselor at the University of California, San Francisco. Number 6, acknowledge your new daughter spouse. Hey, John, how's it going? Actually, John is a very kind and caring man. He's family-oriented, and he clearly loves his mom, sister, nephew, nieces, and other relatives back there in Maine. I was also impressed when he sat down with me one day and formally asked me for Jessica's hand in marriage, just like in the movies, you know? More importantly, he truly loves and adores Jessica. So, John, welcome to our family. Number 7, Catherine, could you join me, please? I just wanted to surprise you, honey. It's okay. Number 7, with Catherine, tell your daughter you love her. This is an easy one. Jessica, we love you. This is going off script right here, okay? We've loved you since you were born. When we first saw your little round baby face on the night of July 12th in 1994, we knew our love was a forever thing. Number 8, look to the future. So here we go. As a loving couple, you have a lot of great plans for your future. We're excited to see you find happiness and realize your dreams. Do your best to always work together to support each other. Remember why you were friends before you fell in love. Take it from us. Life is better when you spend it with a person you truly love who also happens to be your best friend. Number 7, with Catherine. What do you want to read it? Okay. Anyway, add some parting wisdom and toast the bride and groom. So here we go. All of the great qualities you both possess, our favorite, of all the great qualities you possess, our favorite is that you always make each other smile. Before Catherine and I take our seats, we have one more task to perform, and it's both our honor and our pleasure. Everyone, please raise your glasses and join us in wishing the newlyweds a long, healthy, and happy future together. Cheers!